again. Welcome to another author interview about my Templar series, and today it's all about The Devil's Acolyte, probably one of the gaudiest book covers I've ever seen. It's now reintroduced as The Devil's Acolyte from Simon and Schuster with this neat, well designed little cover, I'd say. Devil's Acolyte was a book I wrote because originally I started writing books based on different themes. So I wrote about revenge with the Knights Templar, I wrote about witchcraft, I wrote about tournaments, I wrote about leprosy, markets, various other themes that interested me. And this was really a bit of a diversion because I started thinking more about different legends on Dartmoor and how they related and how I could explain them. So this book came about because I heard of the legend of the Abbot's Way and how they set up the crosses. If you go onto Dartmoor today, there are a series of crosses that mark one path right across the southern end of Dartmoor. Goes from Tavistock across to Ashburton, quite a few miles, and in the past it was reckoned to be a very dangerous path because it wasn't well marked and there was no tarmac in those days. Basically, if you strayed off the path because of fog or anything, then you could fall straight into a bog and get killed. So some years ago they put up a series of crosses, and the story goes that actually the paths were put up because one monk was particularly badly behaved at Tavistock, and when the abbot was away, the monks did play, and they finished off all of the wine in the abbot's stores, and realising that would get them into trouble, they went along to a moneylender. They stole some of the plate from the abbey, sold this to the moneylender and got cash to buy more wine. Well, a bit later they felt a bit guilty about this because they thought, oof, actually stealing from the church is just as bad as stealing the abbot's wine. So they decided that they ought to go to the moneylender and get the money back. So they chased after the moneylender, who by this stage was halfway across Dartmoor, killed him, threw his body into a pit and stole all his money. Nice way to go about things. With the money they replaced the wine that had been stolen, and they put the silver that they got back from him into the abbey. Hopefully no one was going to spot their little fraud and murder. But a few months later they had a call to go across to the other side of Dartmoor to another abbey because there was a celebration, there was a miracle had been declared, and the monks were called to go to join the celebrations for this miracle. So the drunken monks, full of the joys of spring, went off with this messenger to cross Dartmoor. But the thing was that when they got halfway across Dartmoor, a horrible fog came down and they couldn't see where they were. And when the fog cleared, they discovered they were back in the place where they'd killed the moneylender. Shock horror. And then the messenger who had brought them turned around and it was the devil, and they were all dragged kicking and screaming down to hell. I thought that was a good point at which to start a book. So that is the beginning of The Devil's Acolyte. I hope you'll enjoy it. I enjoyed writing it, and I still enjoy rereading it now. Great fun, very bloodthirsty obviously, as you'd expect, and full of the legends and mysteries of Dartmoor itself. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this, do share it, do like it, put any comments up if you want, and hopefully subscribe, and I'll speak to you with the next one. Take care. Cheers.